Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, the lean manufacturing competitiveness scheme is associated with which of the following ministries? Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, or Ministry of Finance. The correct answer is option C, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Recently, the Union Minister for MSME has launched the MSME Competitive, that is Lean scheme. He said that Lean has the potential to become a national movement and that it aims to provide a roadmap to global competitiveness for the MSMEs of India. Therefore, option C is correct. The scheme is an extensive drive to create awareness amongst MSMEs about lean manufacturing practices. It also aims to motivate and incentivize them to attain lean levels while also encouraging them to become MSME champions. To support MSMEs, the government will contribute 90% of implementation cost for hand-holding and consultancy fees. Majority of the answers in the comment section were correct. Keep answering like this. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, with reference to tiger reserves in India, consider the following statements. 1. There is no statutory authority for the tiger reserves. 2. There are no tiger reserves in Uttar Pradesh. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Recently, Dudhwa Tiger Reserve of Uttar Pradesh has hosted a 2-day workshop on species recovery of endangered cats. The workshop was jointly organized by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, the United Nations Development Programme, the World Wildlife Fund for Nature and the Global Tiger Forum. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The National Tiger Conservation Authority or NTCA has been constituted under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. It provides statutory authority to protect tigers so that compliance. It addresses the livelihood interest of local people in areas surrounding tiger reserves. Tiger reserves are notified by state governments as per provisions of Section 38V of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 on advice of the NTCA. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Therefore, option D is correct. Next question is, Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited or IREDA was recently in news. It was established in which of the following years? 1967, 1977, 1987 or 1997. The correct answer is option C, 1987. Recently, the Reserve Bank of India has granted an infrastructure finance company, that is IFC status, to Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency or IREDA. IREDA was earlier classified as Investment and Credit Company or ICC. With IFC status, IREDA will be able to take higher exposure in renewable energy financing. IREDA is a mini Ratna Government of India enterprise under the administrative control of Ministry of New and Renewable Energy or MNRE. It was established as a non-banking financial institution in 1987. It is engaged in promoting, developing and extending financial assistance for setting up projects relating to new and renewable sources of energy. Therefore, option C is correct. Next question is, which among the following statements is not correct regarding Advocate General for the states? Article 165 has provided for the office of the Advocate General for the states. He is the highest law officer in the state. He is appointed by the President of India, or he must be a person who is qualified to be appointed a judge of a high court. The correct answer is option C. He is appointed by the President of India. Article 165 of the Constitution of India has provided for the office of the Advocate General for the states. He is the highest law officer in the state. He is appointed by the governor. Therefore, option C is correct. He must be a person who is qualified to be appointed a judge of a high court. In other words, he must be a citizen of India and must have held a judicial office for 10 years or been an advocate of a high court for 10 years. The term of office of the Advocate General is not fixed by the Constitution. Further, the Constitution does not contain the procedure and grounds for his removal. He holds office during the pleasure of the governor. Next question is, the report on arms imports and exports trend and key players is associated with which of the following? US Department of Defense, Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Service, or Institute for Defense Studies and Analysis? The correct answer is option B, Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, that is SIPRI. Recently, SIPRI's report on arms imports and exports, trends and key players was released. India's arms imports fell 11% between 2013 to 17 and 2018 to 22, but it is still the world's top importer of military hardware. The report comes at a time when India has sharpened its focus on achieving self-reliance in defense manufacturing. India's share of the global arms imports was the highest in the past 5 years at 11%, followed by Saudi Arabia 9.6%, Qatar 6.4%, Australia 4.7%, and China 4.7%. According to the report, the US was the world's topmost military exporter in the past 5 years, accounting for 40% of global exports, followed by Russia 16%, France 11%, China 5.2%, and Germany 4.2%. Therefore, option B is correct. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding Terran 1. 1. It is the world's first 3D printed rocket. 2. It is powered by ion engines using liquid oxygen and liquid natural gas. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, Terran 1, the world's first 3D printed rocket, was in the news. It was created in Relativity's Factory of the Future. Hence, statement 1 is correct. As a next generation launch vehicle, Terran 1 is designed for the future of constellation deployment and resupply. Its groundbreaking, unique and software-driven architecture is capable of accommodating satellite customers' evolving needs while also providing the most agile and affordable launch service on the market. Designed and printed in the USA, Terran 1 is the most innovative product to emerge from the aerospace manufacturing industry since the dawn of privatization of space 20 years ago. The rocket is 110 feet tall with a diameter of 7.5 feet and 85% of its mass is 3D printed with metal alloys, including the engines. It is powered by ion engines using liquid oxygen and liquid natural gas. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is correct. Next question is, the third edition of the multilateral exercise La Perouse was conducted recently in which of the following regions? Arctic Ocean, Mediterranean Sea, Indian Ocean, or Atlantic Ocean? The correct answer is option C, Indian Ocean. Recently, the third edition of the multilateral exercise La Perouse was conducted in the Indian Ocean region from 13 to 14 March 2023. This edition has witnessed the participation of Royal Australian Navy, French Navy, Indian Navy, Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force, Royal Navy, and the United States Navy. Indigenously built guided missile frigate INS Sahyadri and fleet tanker INS Jyoti have participated in this edition of the exercise. Therefore, option C is correct. The biennial exercise La Perouse is conducted by the French Navy. It is aimed at enhancing maritime domain awareness and optimizing maritime coordination amongst the participating navies in the Indo-Pacific region. Next question is, in the context of government schemes and policies, Mantri Kisan SAMPADA Yojana is associated with which of the following ministries of India? Ministry of Food Processing Industries, Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Ministry of Finance, or Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises? The correct answer is option A, Ministry of Food Processing Industries. Recently, the Minister of State for Food Processing Industries has given the information regarding Mantri Kisan SAMPADA Yojana in the Rajya Sabha. The Ministry of Food Processing Industries, or MOFPI, has sanctioned so far 1,375 food processing projects, including projects of food testing laboratories and research and development. SAMPADA scheme has assisted in benefiting 56.01 lakh farmers and generating 8.28 lakh employments. Therefore, option A is correct. The following schemes will be implemented under PM Kisan SAMPADA Yojana: integrated cold chain and value addition infrastructure, creation or expansion of food processing and preservation capacities unit scheme, infrastructure for agro processing clusters, food safety and quality assurance infrastructure, human resources and institutions, research and development, and Operation Greens. Next question is Macquarie Island is sometimes seen in the news. It is located in which of the following oceans of the world? Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, or Arctic Ocean? The correct answer is option C, Southern Ocean. Macquarie Island is the only piece of land in the world completely made up of oceanic crust. The island is a sub-Antarctic environment crucial for seabirds, marine mammals. It is an oceanic island in the Southern Ocean lying 1,500 kilometers southeast of Tasmania and approximately halfway between Australia and the Antarctic continent. Therefore, option C is correct. It was created as a nature reserve in 1933 and it was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997. Next question is the term Borthekera was recently seen in news. It is a pesticide, herbicide, medicinal plant, or invasive species. The correct answer is option C, medicinal plant. Scientists are exploring the possibilities of a medicinal plant commonly called Borthekera in the Assamese language to be a potential remedy against heart diseases. The sun-dried slices of the ripe fruit Borthekera are used for culinary and medicinal purposes. They are known to have therapeutic properties like anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antifungal, etc. Therefore, option C is correct. Heart diseases are increasingly becoming the major cause of death among all age groups. As per a WHO report, cardiovascular diseases or CVDs are the leading cause of death globally, taking an estimated 17.9 million lives each year. Another report by WHO states that India accounts for 1/5 of the total deaths occurring from stroke and ischemic heart disease, especially in younger adults. Last question is which of the following statements is not correct regarding the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution? The constitutional provisions relating to the 8th schedule occur in Article 344(1) and 351 of the Constitution. Sindhi language was added in 1967. 10 languages were initially included in the Constitution on 26 January 1950. Or a total of 22 languages of India are included in the 8th schedule to the Constitution of India. The correct answer is option C. 10 languages are initially included in the Constitution on 26 January 1950. There have been demands from time to time for the inclusion of 38 languages in the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India. The constitutional provisions relating to the 8th schedule occur in Article 344(1) and 351 of the Constitution. The 8th schedule to the Constitution consists of the following 22 languages. They are Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, Bodo, Santhali, Maithili, and Dogri. Of these languages, 14 were initially included in the Constitution. Therefore, option C is correct. Sindhi language was added in 1967. Thereafter, 3 more languages, Konkani, Manipuri, and Nepali, were included in 1992. Subsequently, Bodo, Dogri, Maithili, and Santhali were added in 2004. Now it's time for the practice question. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization or SCO was recently seen in the news. It was established in which of the following years? 2001, 2003, 2005, or 2007? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Keep reading, stay motivated.